Hello everyone, welcome to ProSport Point. This time we are going to talk about an issue which regards us as spectator and as main subject. Cheering heel or booing face. I know this is gonna generate some disappointment, but at the end of the day, who cares? Set your mind and let's make the point. We are in 2017 and we can say that we are in the third millennium of the conception of the professional wrestling. And thanks to who? Thanks to our dear internet. Now, more than ever, meanwhile you are watching or participating to a WWE televised event, you can see the arenas in the most of occasions cheering for the bad guys and booing the good guys. 1996, are you coming again? No, this is not the case. In the last 5 years, the phenomenon has gone increasing, and the boom has arrived with the indies talent signed by the WWE. The premise is that who buys the ticket is free to enjoy or criticize the show, but the only thing that happens, and it shouldn't, is that some fans go against the nature of the show itself. And this is the first point. I know I'm repetitive, but the wrestling concept is simple: heel, face, and the struggle between good and evil, with all the trip included in the price. And this is why we follow wrestling. And cheering for someone who is supposed to be booed and vice versa, according to the line of the show, could have some consequence for the athletes who are in the story, just like has happened to my miserable AJ Styles. He has lost the title, he has changed his focus, and maybe in almost 3 months he will have a face turn. Now, putting aside the mechanism, why this happened? In 2017 we are able to know and literally watch the story of every wrestler who has made it. And this, like the example of AJ, can make grow a kind of respect for the wrestler, regardless of the character played in the storyline. In 2 words, you are a dirty bastard, but I will cheer for you even knowing that. And of course, the bad guy as always is charm. But this is my personal point of view. What is happening in those days is not the fall of the heel and face concept, but what is changing is the perception of the concept by the fans, the smart fans. Let's make an example. Kevin Owens. In the mind of many people there is an image of Kevin Steen, who represents the KO Mestin, which causes some respect cheers. Plus his wrestling style, his passion put it in the match. When you hear his name, you want to see him in the ring, to be amazed. And this causes other cheers. But then something happened, and even if you appreciate the athlete, you will start to booing him, especially when he takes the mic. And this is just because he can make you believe he is a bad guy. This is possible thanks to many factors, of which the main 2 are his face and his jerk attitude. And unfortunately those 2 features are not owned by everybody. The face, the physiognomy in general of Kevin Owens can speak alone. We are human, we live off first impressions, and if at the sight you got some doubt, you will not have anyone after what he's gonna say. And this works better when you have a pure heel, not a fully coward bad guy. It's a little bit infantile, even for the kids of our times. We can catch the same effect with not so many persons on the roster today, or rather say, not with this killer combination. At the time, the best superstar which has those qualities is The Miz. Man, you would kick his face every day all the day. The other man next to him is Seth Rollins. He has spent all the 2015 to be the number 1 heel of the company, and the only thing to move the attention to hating him has been his ability in the ring. The effect to having Seth Rollins as babyface is that the fans, even the smart fans, are not able to empathize with the character. You can literally feel it. There is something missing. Looking back in the past, not so far, we had the classic example of CM Punk. CM Punk, after the pipe bomb, has become a peculiar character, because he had the truth in his hands. And how should have been possible turning him heel? It has been enough a click. What's happened wasn't just an attacking to the Rock. No. Everything changed in less than 2 seconds. his expression, his breath, his eyes, his movement, and the following weeks everything has been completed thanks to his work on the mic. But beside this, what else does make a natural heel? Having opposed a really good face, and here the situation is even worse than the first one. This is the second point. A bad guy with some particular qualities could have an unexpected reaction, but at the end it loses something. A babyface with a not so improved personality can provoke a non-reaction at all, and that is bad. Now, let's leave at home John Cena and Roman Reigns. They are two special cases. In fact, they can split entire arenas of cheers and boos. But for how many superstars do you get that explosion at the hit of the entrance music? The answer is not so many. Also here we got some natural face. It's infrequent having some really likable person. And on the top of the list we got Sami Zayn or Daniel Bryan, that he can't wrestle anymore. But those are exceptions. In the started line of wrestlers that can have this babyface ovation, we can take two names, Finn Balor and Dean Ambrose. A face can't make unimaginable stuff. He fights correctly, goes face to face with his opponent, and on the mic he cannot be too much above the line. But even with those rules, those two athletes can rise, and hardly you will get tired, especially for Dean Ambrose. But why? And here is where we go back to 1996. Good people with personality, with a special mark, and not necessarily a badass attitude. We have to have something to believe in, and just like in the real life, when you are the first to not believing in, how could I? Look at the poor fellow of Dolph Ziggler. In the last 2 years as face, he sucked. Man, he sucks as face. But look at the golden work that Dolph and The Miz have made for the Intercontinental Championship. And why? Because Dolph was believing in what he was doing. It has looked like the real life. And The Miz, man, The Miz has been a certified bitch. And that's it. At the end we can cheer or boo whoever we want. But if the job will be well done, the right reaction will go at the right people. Thanks for watching, leave your opinion and let's make the point.